Carpentry, right, you know, you craft items, blah blah blah. Not a very fun skill, and even less fun to max. If I go ahead and show my rankings per skill, Carpentry, I'm top 11,000 for simply reaching the max skill level. So that tells you roughly how many people just hate Carpentry, or just haven't found a method yet. Now it is worth noting that this method will not work if you're non, because quick crafting is kind of a big component of it. And if you go ahead and look on this website, soupy.dev, it has nice graphs of player XP stat history. Ignore my other skills because they're horrendous, but looking at Carpentry here, my Carpentry skill was around 30 for as long as it was tracking almost, until my friend discovered a method that gets you a lot of Carpentry XP for completely free. And as you can see, ever since that day, my Carpentry skill jumped to 50, and let's see, so I hit Carpentry 50 on May 2nd after the method was discovered on April 26, or 25 it looks like. So that's a week. It gets you Carpentry 30 to 50 in a week, and that's basically most of the skill right there. So in just over a week can get you from 0 to 50. Now the reason it can't get you Carpentry 50 in one day, even if you had a lot of time, is because it's based off of the NPC sell limit. I mean, if you want to lose money on it, you can, and get Carpentry 50 in one day, but you would be losing a ton of money, because yeah, it depends on the NPC sell limit, and because you can only sell roughly 200 million coins of raw materials worth a day, that kind of hard caps your Carpentry XP earnings. Okay, so what even is the method? Well, with the release of the garden, the NPC sell prices of most crops got buffed shortly thereafter, which also skyrocketed the prices of the items on the bazaar. But Skyblock players are lazy, and they don't like to have to sell stuff to the NPC manually, and so they just either insta-sell it or create a sell offer on the bazaar. And this leads to a ridiculous amount of supply. Supply that you previously didn't see because of the really awful NPC sell prices. So if we go into the bazaar here, I'll just use nether wart as an example. As you can see here, insta-buy is literally under the NPC sell price, which is 800 coins. If I insta-buy one, you bought one enchanted nether wart for 790 coins, that's 10 coins profit right there. So I can go ahead and buy however many is required to get a mutant for 126k, craft it, that's 4,800 Carpentry XP, 128k. I got Carpentry XP and made profit. Mushrooms are 1,600 coins sell price, and right now the brown mushrooms appear to be over insta-buy, but there's, yeah, I mean, look at that, 68,000 and 52,000. I could literally buy out this entire thing and still make profit and a ton of Carpentry XP. Just to show you, 64 is how much you need to get, actually 64 is too much, sorry, but it's for 2. So I craft 2, that's 1,920 XP per, and it's only 100k. So as you can see, I got 4,000 XP compared to the mutant nether wart, which gave me roughly the same, but for a bit more. And that's kind of the whole method. You want to make sure that the Carpentry XP you're getting gives you the most XP per NPC price. That way you're going to hit sell cap as soon, or not as soon, as late as possible, in order to get you the most XP. And so with mushrooms, the most efficient method is to look at the sell price and look at which one is lower. Now in this case, brown mushrooms a bit lower, but if you also look at the insta sells, it's going to say that there's 17 million insta sells. That means 17 million brown mushrooms have been insta sold in the last 7 days. Twice that amount basically have been sold, over twice that amount have been sold here. So it'd be a better idea to put this, as you can see, a ton of orders there. Compared to brown mushrooms are probably all over the place. Oh wow, that's a lot as well. So in my experience, red mushrooms have filled almost 4 times faster than brown mushrooms do. And frequently brown mushrooms are over the NPC sell price rather than reds, because more people farm red mushrooms, I guess. More crafting recipes are used with them maybe, but there you have it. It's mushrooms, and crafting mushrooms can get you Carpentry 50 in a week. Now, if anyone's curious about the actual math, so 55 million XP and 32 enchanted, these guys are under NPC sell price, so I'll buy 32. So 32 gets me 1,920 for 51,000 coins. And so if we do 200 million, which is basically the NPC sell price divided by 51,200, now we have 5,906. That means that's how many blocks we can craft in one day. I'll round that down to 3,900 times 1,920. You can get 7.4, basically 7.5 million Carpentry XP a day. 15 million, well actually that's not how the math works, like 12 million if it's derpy. So 7.5 million, so if we have 55.1 million divided by 7.5 million, you can get Carpentry 50 in 7.35 days if you do this, if you go to NPC sell price per day. So 3,900, 62 per inventory, it takes about basically 65, 70 full inventories of crafting, and it takes like a minute to get 10. So 10 minutes a day, and 7 times, or 8 times, if you're not like already Carpentry like 20 or 25, and you'll have Carpentry 50. It's amazing how many people just don't have the skill. I mean, it puts me at 11,000. I mean, like Combat 60, I can understand not having a Combat 60. I like Combat, so I grinded it a bit. But this is basically the same ranking. And Carpentry, you have to do 10 minutes. If Combat 60 was as easy as 10 minutes per day, 10 minutes per day, 7 times, you get it in a week, so many more people would have it. I can't believe people don't have this, because I made profit off of this. I mean, like, look at this. So 1,500. I commonly bought my mushrooms for around 1450. I can't type. 1550 coins per. So I made 50 coins per enchanted. So that's 32 times 50, 1,600 per block, right? So 1,600 per block times, what was it, 3,900? I made 6 million coins profit. Actually, I don't... Now I'm thinking if that's actually the right math. Because I feel like I made a lot more, but... Okay, I was editing this, and I was like, wow, yeah, 6 million seems really low. I wonder why that's the case. Yeah, that's per day. That's how the math works out. It's 6 million per day if you do this. Off of the NPC sell price, you'll be buying the mushrooms for around 195 million coins, roughly. And you'll be selling them back for 200 million if you don't NPC sell price like anything else that day. So that's why the number's so low. It's really like almost 50 million coins that I made from Carpentry 50, which is actually really good. But yeah, it's 6 million per day. That's why it's so low. I made money getting a max level skill. Not to mention the health, the base health, and a bit of coins, but most importantly the Skyblock XP. 30 to 50, that took me under a week. Well, exactly a week, because I think I didn't hit NPC sell limit on 2 of the days, because I was stupid. But I got 2 levels from doing that. It's crazy. Absolutely mind-blowing.